Hey folks, Costa here, Principal at Elders Lidcombe. Just wanted to take a minute to share a Google review we got recently from a happy tenant, and I'll tell you why I wanted to spotlight this particular one in a minute. 5-star review. I had a wonderful experience with the Elders Lidcombe real estate agency. As someone with no prior experience in renting, I was initially quite nervous and unsure of the process. However, both Costa and Jesse were incredibly patient and supportive throughout. They always responded to my emails promptly, asked thoughtful questions I hadn't even considered, and proactively offered to help every step of the way. Thanks to their professionalism and care, the entire renting process went smoothly and stress-free. I'm so happy with my new home and truly grateful for their assistance. Highly recommend. Love hearing feedback like that. I remember this particular tenant because I got the rental inquiry as the leasing guys were unavailable, and there was a lot of questions in her email. And they weren't just typical questions like when can I apply, when's the inspection, things like that. She had some pretty property specific and leasing specific queries, which I addressed each one. And that obviously meant a lot to her. She ended up coming to the inspection, had a few more questions there, and leased the property. She was the best tenant and best applicant for that particular property. So yeah, it's great to see that something as simple as responding to her queries and taking the time to show that you care and putting yourself in the other person's shoes goes a long way. I remind the team all the time, it's not just about getting through the open homes and responding to the inquiries quickly and moving on to the next thing. If you just take a minute to put yourself in the other person's shoes for perspective and understand that they could be moving to a new area, changing schools for their kids, it's a pretty stressful process. So we like to remind ourselves that taking the time and putting yourself in the other person's shoes does pay off. So thanks again to that tenant for sharing her experience with us. And just a reminder, if you've got a property in the area and you're not happy with your current agent, feel free to reach out. Happy to have an obligation-free chat. Thanks for watching.